Welcome back to the Order in Progress podcast. I'm your host, Will Safford, and today I want to talk about high return, time efficient training methods for Jiu Jitsu performance. You don't need to spend a ton of time getting all of your physical preparation needs for Jiu Jitsu. In fact, if you spent time segmenting each aspect of your BJJ needs like strength, mobility, corrective exercise, power, prehab, etc., you would have no time or energy left for training. Plus, you would quickly lose motivation to make time for each separate modality. It's easy to get caught up in your off-the-mat work with the seemingly endless options and distractions that flood social media these days. When you're training for jiu-jitsu performance and resilience, it's important to keep the focus on the mat. To get good at jiu-jitsu, you need to spend time doing jiu-jitsu. What you do off the mat shouldn't steal time from what you do on the mat. The problem is that you need to develop qualities off of the mat that you can't get while training BJJ. And frequently, you need to make time to shore up your weaknesses so that they don't become a problem while grappling, which could set you up for injury and pain. So, how do you get everything you need without losing mat time and motivation? Well, after 13 years of training and countless hours of research, dozens of certifications, and enduring a lot of pain, I have found, to me, the best tools and methods that deliver exactly what you need for BJJ without demanding a bunch of your time. Before we get into them, let's look at what you need as a grappler with a focus on someone who's over 35 and working for Jiu-Jitsu longevity. So let's talk about the physical needs of a grappler. You will get a lot of what you need for Jiu-Jitsu by doing Jiu-Jitsu. Strength, endurance, isometric strength, cardio conditioning, and endurance are the main things that you get from time spent grappling. However, what you need is strength, power, mobility, stability, and movement in multiple planes of motion. You also need to develop resilience and also undo the negative effects that grappling has on your body through corrective exercise. Now, if you spent time on each of these individually, you'd have a very demanding training routine that would really be hard to sustain. Instead, I prefer to put my time into tools and methods that deliver multiple qualities that directly translate to jiu-jitsu performance and resilience. To me, the best use of your time is on things that deliver strength, mobility, resilience, and injury prevention all in one. Here are those things. Number one, the Turkish get-up. If you're a grappler and not using the get-up by now, you are doing yourself a disservice. This one move packs so many benefits into one complete package that it is a crime to leave out. Aside from the fact that it can be used as an assessment, a warm-up, and a strength move, it also provides stability, mobility, movement in multiple planes, corrective exercise, and resilience training all in one. It can be done anywhere, with or without equipment, before jiu-jitsu, as part of a workout, or on its own. So I recommend you do get-ups every day. If you want an intro to the get-up, or what I call the grappler's get-up, go to seekprogress.com, and right there on the homepage I have a free course on that you can just access right away. Number two, club bells. Clubs provide a unique stimulus to the body that is often neglected in many training routines. It is by far the best way to develop circular strength or rotational ability. Clubs improve your ability to produce and handle force at odd angles, a lot like you do in jiu-jitsu. They really do make you resilient from all directions. Clubs also develop strength and power while concurrently improving hip, shoulder, and thoracic mobility. Again, multiple qualities with one tool or one movement. So you get a lot of your corrective and prehab needs while simultaneously improving qualities for jiu-jitsu performance all in one. Number three, loaded mobility. Having a full range of motion of your joints is vitally important for combat sports. Lacking mobility will decrease your performance potential and could lead to injury. But having mobility is just one part of the equation. You also need to have strength in the end range. That's why my mobility sessions are focused on loaded mobility. When you use a weight in combination with mobility exercises, you not only increase your range of motion, you are also building strength and resilience in those ranges. When done properly, loaded mobility builds strength, stability, and mobility while also providing prehab, corrective exercise, and movement in multiple planes. So get more bang for your buck by doing loaded mobility. Number 4, landmine training. Strength is one of the most important qualities in life and in sport. Some call it the foundational quality that all other qualities are built on. But for me, traditional barbell strength training always left me beat down and a lot of times injured. My joints and spine just do not handle the compressive loads very well. So, a lot of times after heavy barbell training, I would need a day or two just to recover from that, which stole my mat time. And I just wasn't feeling it after a while. So luckily, I discovered a way to develop strength and power with heavy loads that don't have the compression, and that is landmine training. The landmine takes the load off of your axis and puts it in front of you. This leads to less compression as well as developing forward intent. As I've mentioned in previous episodes, humans were built to move forward. The landmine also allows for multiple planes of motion. The traditional barbell lifts lock you into the sagittal plane. In my opinion, the landmine yields strength and power much more relevant to grappling and sport, while also reducing your risk of pain and injury, and without robbing your longevity from that compression. So now most of my raw strength and power comes from landmine training. Number 5, body weight. The ultimate minimalist method is body weight training. It can be done anytime, anywhere, without any equipment, and for a variety of goals. Bodyweight training can yield strength, power, mobility, resilience, corrective exercise, training in multiple planes, and more. Currently, I use foundation training every morning and before every training session as a warm-up and to develop isometric strength. It's also my corrective exercise and improves my posture. Additionally, movements like the Cossack squat, Hindu push-up, Hindu squat give me strength, mobility, and injury prevention all in one. So you can never go wrong with investing time in body weight training. So to wrap it up, the truth is you will have to dedicate some time to off-the-mat training. But I believe that there are better uses of your time and more efficient ways to get what you need for jiu-jitsu. If I had to pick just one of the methods that I previously mentioned, it would be the Turkish get-up. So if you're extremely limited on time, just do that. But if you can dedicate even just 2 hours a week to your physical prep, then combine some of these methods together to get the most from your time and effort. I usually combine the Turkish get-up with landmine training and then club bells with loaded mobility. I use body weight every morning as a warm-up and also when I'm on the go or traveling. And most of my training sessions are about 30 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week. So ultimately, it's about training smarter. I hope you guys got some value from this episode. As always, you can find more information at seekprogress.com. And I thank you for listening and tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode.